Nationwide this evening, a focus on the winning locations in the Super Value Tidy Towns Competition 2024, which were announced on Friday last in Dublin. We visit the winners of Ireland's Tidiest Village, Tidiest Small Town and Tidiest Large Town. Plus, we focus on the overall winner of the 2024 competition. A win that the locals say was 25 years in the making. Hello and welcome to Nationwide, where this evening we're visiting Ireland's Tidiest Towns, all of whom entered the Super Value Tidy Towns Competition 2024. I'm here in Ballincollig, where the people are still celebrating winning the overall prize, Ireland's Tidiest Town 2024. It's been a weekend of celebrations here in Ballincollig, and we'll be finding out about that later. But the awards themselves were presented in Croke Park in Dublin, and Blanard was there to meet the volunteers and to see how the presentations went. Here at Croke Park, upwards of 600 people have gathered for the presentation of the prizes. The volunteers have come from every corner of the country, and all with the hope of winning a prize. The first award is Best Village, and the winner was announced by the Minister for Rural and Community Development, Heather Humphreys.
Ireland's Tidiest Village 2024 is Ballinahown.
On stage to collect the award is Chairperson Helen Keneally, along with volunteers. Ballinahown nestles in the heartland of Ireland, just 10 kilometres south of Athlone in County Westmeath. With just 75 people living in the village itself, it's been county winner in Tidy Towns for over 20 years. Won its first gold medal last year and also won gold at Entente Florale this September.
We do everything to plan, so it's not haphazard. We 2030 vision document, we have a biodiversity plan, we have a water management plan, taking cognizance of climate change and how we as a village can impact on the quality of water in our local river. And all of those things are planned, and then we take action, and then we say, how can we do it our way?
There are 45 core volunteers, but many more from the wider hinterland are involved in individual projects.
I've been volunteering in Balahan for the last 5 or 6 years. I had the privilege of growing up here, so I saw the development over the last 30 years, and I absolutely could see that doesn't happen without huge work. So Balahan has so much to offer, and everyone benefits from what's on offer. So they're very happy to volunteer and give their time to keep the village what it is, with all the fabulous amenities.
Ballinahown receives praise from the adjudicators for its dedication to biodiversity throughout the village, and for how the community strives to provide facilities for everyone.
The National School can use the facilities during the day, and come 5 o'clock in the evening, it switches over to the community. So we're using it at night and at the weekend. The beauty about the AstroTurf facilities is we can use it, it's all weather. So we're playing at night, we're playing during the winter, and it means everything to the community.
Hello. Hey guys.
The local national school is very much involved, with a series of projects including growing fruit, vegetables and flowers in the community polytunnel and the installation of bug hotels on the school grounds.
I love bug hotels because they're really good for the environment. And if without bugs, we wouldn't have a food chain. Without bugs and the bees, none of us would be alive.
Lots of kids come here during the school year just to plant. I like coming here because there's lots of different smells and it's really, really warm.
The Ballinahown Tidy Towns ethos is about sustainability and climate action, and projects include zero-cost LED lighting along their new walkway and extensive rainwater harvesting.
This water butt is actually part of our water management plan of the village, and at the moment we're harvesting rainwater up to 70% of our needs, so we're meeting as much needs as we can.
The community spirit in Ballinahown is quite special. We love working together and meeting. but also everybody has their own expertise that in a funny way they love using in a community aspect or in a voluntary capacity. And it's also like we get things done, and that's the magic.
Congratulations and well done to the people of Ballinahown, Ireland's Tidiest Village 2024. Here in Ballincollig, we're at the regional park, which was once the site of the largest gunpowder manufacturing facility in the world. Here in the 1800s, thousands of tons of gunpowder were produced for the British Empire. This was then taken downriver by barge to Cork port and shipped out to various parts of the British Empire. Here today, some remnants of this huge industrial complex are still standing, and the 150-acre site has been turned into a park with great walks, sports fields, and areas for wildlife and nature, all located beside the town. The regional park here in Ballincollig is an amazing asset for the town, and we'll be finding out about it later in the programme. But now, the award for Ireland's tidiest small town.
The entries in this category are locations and population between 1001 and 5000. The announcement was made by Managing Director of SuperValue, Luke Hanlon.
And this year's winner of Ireland's Tidiest Small Town 2024 is Blackrock, County Louth.
On stage to collect the award is Chairperson John Horan, along with volunteers. Blackrock in County Louth grew from a small 18th century fishing village south of Dundalk town to become a popular seaside resort due to its picturesque location on the shoreline of Dundalk Bay. It still welcomes many visitors, but is now mainly residential, with a thriving and dedicated Tidy Towns committee.
The Tidy Towns committee is comprised of 10 active members. We have about 40 volunteers we can call on at different times, and we operate throughout the year, 365 days a year, engaged in our various activities. Well, this year the big projects would be the replacement of the planters along the promenade. We also have new compacting bins installed along the promenade, and we have refurbished the entrance beds at the north and south end of the village.
Among the many Tidy Towns projects, the judges commend the link-up between the two local primary schools and students at Dundalk Institute of Technology in coming up with a special way to measure water quality.
So we are in our Shomer Gloss, our outdoor classroom here in Blackrock Park. And what we're doing is we have our children here looking at macroinvertebrates, or little insects that we find at the bottom of the stream. And what they're doing is they're looking at what's contained in the water samples, and by separating them out into different component individuals, they can decide if the water quality is good, poor or moderate. We know that this is the generation that's going to suffer most with the way that the world is going, but if we can give them skills to empower them, how to deal with it, then we've done a very good thing.
A diverse range of initiatives are in place for nature and biodiversity development and sustainability, including taking part in the Louth Urban Food Sanctuary project at the entirely volunteer-run community park.
Right now you're in a section of the park where we're starting to grow food crops for climate change, and the whole park is a part of our village. But the Tidy Towns here in Blackrock initiated biodiversity in the village and taking the park as the perfect place to do that. All the gardening, the upkeep, the planting and the projects are all done by volunteers drawn from the village and the area here. So we're trying to be sustainable now for food, but we also have sustainable lighting system in the park. It lights the park pathways, and it is off-grid. It's solar and wind, and that is the other side of the sustainability coin.
This is our Millennium Project. This is our sundial, and this is the largest public sundial in Ireland, and it has become the symbol of Blackrock.
So how does the community benefit from its participation in SuperValue Tidy Towns?
The Tidy Towns gives a structure to what we do, and particularly in the context of the newer categories of biodiversity and sustainability, because these are things that affect all of our lives and potentially affect our children and our grandchildren, and something that needs to be addressed by everybody in our community.
And congratulations to the people of Blackrock in County Louth, Ireland's tidiest small town. Well, the Tidy Towns is organised by the Department of Community and Rural Development. The minister in charge is Heather Humphreys, and between presenting the awards, she spoke to Blanid.
Tidy Towns has been a fantastic event every single year, and there's so many great communities out there. There's so many volunteers. I've been up and down the length and breadth of this country. I've met so many of them, and the best of it is a lot of the Tidy Towns committees, they're double jobbing. And what are they doing it for? They're doing it for the benefit of their community. They're so involved. There's such that sense of pride of place, that sense of community, and that vision that has driven them over the years, and every year it gets stronger and stronger. And it's about community. It's about bringing people together. It's about friendships. It's about bringing in new communities and involving them, because there's something in the Tidy Towns organisation for everybody.
Now, I know you're leaving the political stage. You never know. Now, you might get on a Tidy Towns committee somewhere at home.
Well, I can tell you, I'd be absolutely delighted, because I do have an interest in gardening and in biodiversity, so I'll be there. So whether it's Newbliss or whether it's Abog or wherever, I'm coming. I'm on my way to see you.
Well, back here in Ballincollig, I'm surrounded by Tidy Towns volunteers who will be looking forward to see their win play out in our coverage. All of that in a few minutes after the break. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back to our nationwide 2024 Super Value Tidy Towns special programme, coming from the location of the overall winner, Ballincollig in County Cork. Now, before we speak to the winners here in Ballincollig, let's see how the next category, Ireland's Tidiest Large Town, was announced in Dublin.
Yes, that's right. And the large town entries have a population between 5,001 and 15,000. And the Minister, Heather Humphreys, made that announcement.
Ireland's Tidiest Large Town for 2024 is Westport.
On stage to collect the award is Ethna Larkin, along with volunteers.
Westport in County Mayo is located on the edge of Clew Bay on Ireland's west coast. This heritage and tourist town has a population of over 6,000, which multiplies in the summer months. And its achievements in Super Value Tidy Towns over the years have been remarkable.
We've had success right along, from the very beginning. We've kind of kept coming up, and it was obviously very difficult, but we kept increasing our marks. And then we got real success in 2001 when for the first time we won the overall award. So that was a massive achievement.
Consistent hard work and creativity helped Westport in reclaiming the overall National Tidy Towns title in 2006 and again in 2008.
The real key to our success is that we just keep moving, we keep thinking of new ideas. Obviously we need to attend to the basics like litter control and tidiness on an ongoing basis. And I suppose because we keep our ideas fresh and keep working harder.
Westport's Tidy Towns plan includes initiatives involving and focusing on the young people of the town and many biodiversity projects.
This was a very dull car park, very old and disused, and the walls were just grey and horrible. So we decided a bit of colour wouldn't go astray. So what we did was, between a few of the members, we have come up with this lovely design for this wall in particular, and it's a living wall is what it is, because there's plants living, there's birds now coming into the palette there, and of course there's bees and there's butterflies and all wildlife, and that's what we wanted.
So this is our social housing on Distillery Road, Plugastell housing, and we have a number of our senior citizens living here, and we decided at the beginning of this year that they really needed brightening up to cheer up the people who lived there. So we came together with ABRI and lots of volunteers, Southwest Mayo Development, Mayo County Council, Volunteer Ireland, and we painted the houses, we cleaned, we did the flower boxes, revamped their courtyard inside and upgraded their meeting room. So it was a really nice project for everybody.
Yeah, so in Westport Tidy Towns in the last 2 years, we've planted about over 2,000 trees. So this here is an example of the heritage apple orchard. So we have 65 trees here, and we have 2 other sites where we have orchards as well. At the initial stages now, we're putting our energy and resources into getting trees in first, because obviously they take time to get established. We get trees from tree charities, and we also are growing some of our own local trees to preserve the genetics that exist.
So this is a really, really good area for all of our young people. We've got the skate park. The council also put in an exercise area, and it's just right off the Greenway. So it's one of Tidy Town's, I suppose, really areas of pride. I suppose what's special about and magical is we all live in Westport. Westport is a really nice place to live, and then the volunteer effort. I don't know what it is. Nobody wants to let things slip. So there is that, I suppose, drive.
And congratulations to the people of Westport for their win in the Large Town category. Well, the sponsors of the Tidy Towns competition are the supermarket chain SuperValu, which has 2 stores here in Ballincollig. And in Dublin on Friday, their managing director, Luke Hanlon, spoke to Blanid about their involvement in the competition.
I think the core reason for the ongoing success of the ways of working between SuperValu and Tidy Towns over the last 34 years comes down to the fact that we've got a shared purpose and a common set of values. And that's all about community being at the heart of what we do and what we believe in.
Looking towards the future, the relationship with SuperValu and Tidy Towns, will it continue, and what does the future look like?
Our ambition is we want more people involved in this movement. We're creating a powerful force for change, positive change in communities. And I think we'll see more of a shift towards sustainability and biodiversity in the programme over time as well. And that combination of sustainability, diversity and inclusion is, I think, the next step for Tidy Towns and for SuperValu as we go forward.
Back here in the regional park in Ballincollig, the folks here have been waiting patiently to be reminded of their win, and that time has come. Blanid has the information on the final category.
The large urban centres are for locations with populations of 15,001 to 25,001 and over. These could be cities, large suburbs or large towns. The winner was announced by SuperValu Managing Director Luke Hanlon.
So I'm pleased to announce that Ireland's tidiest large urban centre in 2024 is Ballincollig.
On stage to collect the award is Chairperson Tom Butler, along with volunteers. Originally a village, Ballincollig has become a large suburban centre to the west of Cork City, with a population of more than 20,000. It's had huge success in SuperValu Tidy Towns, culminating in the award for Ireland's tidiest large urban centre for the 2nd year in a row.
Tidy Towns started in Ballincollig in June 1965, and it's kept going all the way through. It has seen a huge change, and we have in Tidy Towns, we have improved year on year, and Tidy Towns has made such a difference. Nobody has anything to gain from Tidy Towns except pride, and our volunteers, 85 plus, have nothing but pride in their town.
The adjudicators say Ballincollig demonstrates a very high level of planning, integrating sustainability into every part of the community, reducing and reusing as much as possible in a creative way.
These bags are filled with rubbish, which we end up with after the Sunday morning litter pick, where about 30 volunteers collect about 14 bags of rubbish, and we take all the recyclables out, and then we end up with about 3.5 bags of rubbish, which we then bale compress it into a bale, and we end up with 1 bale, and that then in turn reduces our truck collection of the waste down from maybe 3 or 4 times a year down to once a year.
Their 52-week programme includes additional pollinators and wildflower beds, bee boxes and posts and mini orchards. And they have brought composting to a fine art.
It's a three-stage operation. The bottom bin is practically empty at the moment because that will be filling up over the next couple of months as the leaves fall from the trees. Then at the end of the year, it's moved into bin 2 after it's rotted down a bit, and it will be in there for another year, and then it moves in here for year 3. So we use that for our winter planters, and we use it for mulching our beds, and because we're the community partner with the council allotments, we make some of it available to the allotment holders as well.
The vapes are the latest scourge that we have litter picking every Sunday morning. We take them apart each day and we put the plastic into the plastic. The aluminium casing then goes into aluminium, which we can recycle, and the batteries then will go into the batteries.
I look after the plants here, the pollinator plants and whatever, and I spend a lot of time here because I just love it down here. I feel I'm in heaven. When you're out in the open air, all your cares and your worries, they just seem to fade away.
We have a lot of tanks around the place, and all the water is coming off the roof of Skullbarra, and it's harvested into the tanks. And these are the tankers that go around and water the flowers from May until October.
The judges say Ballincollig has realised its mission of bringing together all that is good in a community to create a town future generations can be proud of.
Our Tidiest Towns group is like a large jigsaw. So everybody within us, no matter who they are, how long they've been here, everybody is part of that jigsaw.
This is the trophy for Large Urban Centre. And while folks here might have been happy with that, we all know there was much more to come. To top it all off, the Minister announced the award for overall winner, Ireland's Tidiest Town 2024, and it lifted the roof in Croke Park.
And now is the moment you've all been waiting for. And this is, thank you, the winner of the 2024 Super Value Tidy Towns competition is Ballincollig.
What a day, what a win. Tom Butler is the chair of Ballincollig Tidy Towns. That is a fancy piece of silverware you have there, not easily got.
Not easily got on, but it's a fantastic day. All the work over the last 25 years has paid off. It's a proud day for us, a proud day for the volunteers, a proud day for the community. It's a lot of hard work, but it's well worth it. We've moved on year for the last 25 years, and it eventually paid off. And it's a testament to the people that are around our community.
After having won this for the first time, Tom, does the work stop now?
Most certainly not. Our volunteers are out this morning already litter picking. We do our best to retain it. It might be hard to do, but we'll do our best.
Tom, how would you sum up the achievement that is winning the overall Tidy Towns Award?
It's an amazing achievement. It's done. Our main thing here is pride. We get nothing from Tidy Towns except pride. We are so proud of what we've done, and our pride has driven us on over the last number of years to come to today. We couldn't be more proud of our community and our people.
And I can echo that, and certainly being made welcome by the volunteers today here at Ballincollig has been a pleasure for us on the nationwide team. And so it's time for us to say goodbye from all of us in Ballincollig, County Cork, with the winners of the overall Tidy Towns 2024. Bye-bye.